Welcome to this new podcast on intrinsic revolution. Today I invite you to journey with me, not just through my story, but through a deeper understanding of what drives us, what keeps creativity alive, what sparks innovation, what gives our work and our lives a real meaning. This is not just about motivation as a buzzword. It is about a force, often misunderstood and desperately needed in today's world. A world I have lived in, a world I have questioned, and ultimately a world I have chosen to leave behind. It was a sudden decision to leave my corporate job. It was more like a slow burning realization. I could not ignore the inner calling. One afternoon, at my corporate desk, surrounded with numbers and projections, I was asking myself a question that refused to let go. Are we cultivating curiosity or crushing it? This wasn't just a passing thought. It felt urgent, almost primal. It hit me rock at the bottom. The systems we clung to, our incentives, our pay packet, the management strategies, I felt everything outdated. I felt everything mechanical and deeply flawed. I saw algorithms dictating choices, existential questions seeping into my thoughts. Why do humans function the way they do? It is this question which has prompted me to leave my job. I visited universities. I visited management institutes to understand what made human a complete mechanical robot. Our motivations felt like ticking cogs, carrots dangled, sticks raised, every ambition, every flicker of passion reduced to a transactional pulse. How much I have paid you and how much you have given back. Profit came from productivity. Productivity was the subject of my PhD thesis. I know. The way I view that productivity is completely different from what corporate world saw productivity as their tool to measure human performance. And yet, at the heart of every human spark, there was always something deeper. From the dawn of humanity, motivation was primal. Survival, getting food, not dying, and reproduce the next generation. They were the motivation for people to go ahead with their life. Then came the Industrial Revolution with its extrinsic rewards and punishment. Workers became cogs in a machine, driven by paychecks or pink slips. It worked then, when machine used to dictate terms. Then, as I was doing my PhD, I came to know the definition of productivity, profitability, efficiency, effectiveness. There was a component called innovation too. But that word innovation has never mattered to this industrial world. Only a few people innovated things that they wanted, and rest of the people had been asked to follow what they have preached. As a machine, from morning to dusk, everyone is busy performing things that they wanted us to do. It worked then, but now, as I watch the whole economy moving, this knowledge economy demands creativity, innovation, and problem solving. Carrots and sticks don't work here. You cannot dangle a bonus and expect poetry. You can't threaten a pink slip and inspire invention. They are completely two different things. You cannot ask a person to sing a song from his heart if he does not find a meaning to do so. That was the difference. I have seen this firsthand. As a child, I watched my father, who was working in a railway factory, used to leave early in the morning to attend to the calls of productivity, and used to come back in the afternoon completely exhausted. But he dreamed that my son would never do something that I had been doing. He wanted to inculcate the sense of meaning in our existence. But here, the certificates became the goal, the degrees become the goal. Their intrinsic fire extinguished. We built systems that stifled curiosity and crushed innovation. Paid more money and wondered why people felt unfulfilled. I felt. I left everything to join this exploration into the unknown. It was an intrinsic motivation. That's where the magic lies. It's not about external rewards, it's about what burns within. Intrinsic motivation is built on the freedom to choose your path, the hunger to get better at something meaningful, and the connection between your work and a greater cause. These are the three things which has prompted me to leave everything and move in the direction of my goal. When people are trusted, innovation thrives. When they are obsessed with mastery, flow emerges, that intoxicating state where challenges meet skill. When their work has purpose, they don't just contribute, they create meaning. This isn't philosophy, it's science. Research shows intrinsic goals lead to greater happiness, health, and productivity. Yet, most workplaces cling to outdated models, mistaking compliance for engagement. Flow isn't reserved for prodigies. It is accessible to anyone in the right environment. Whether you are a tech engineer debugging code, a baker perfecting a recipe, or an artist sketching a masterpiece, where passion and purpose intersect. So, the future belongs to those who cultivate meaning, Organizations that empower their people will thrive, find joy. An individual who chases intrinsic goals. Here is my challenge to you. Stop chasing carrots. Stop wielding sticks. Start nurturing curiosity thrust on trust and meaning. Let's rewrite the rules of motivation altogether. If you felt a spark today, hold on to it, share it, and let's create a world where motivation is not just a framework, it's a revolution. Thanks for listening to this podcast. I must request you to influence your children, your friends, those who are suffering because they have thought about the paychecks, about the status, about the recognition in the corporate world without understanding the meaning of their life. They must be told one thing very clearly. These chase won't bring happiness and joy, which is the ultimate goal of human life.